There it is, guys.
We actually don't have John today, so we don't get to hear the wonderful intro blasting in our ears.
Yeah,
I was imagining.
we don't.
In my head.
Yeah.
We all hear the tss, right.
I was just gonna go old school, just talk like we're just normal. Like you guys just dropped into a conversation. Like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Well, truthfully, John may actually edit this where it sounds just like that.
Yeah,
Probably so. Yeah.
I actually literally love that. John does a great job. I mean, he's not here tonight.
Not here.
He's flying around the world.
Missing Alden.
Alden is at home. He probably will make the podcast. He may just drop in and maybe a little bit late.
Give us his business a little bit. But
Yep.
Yeah.
So
love it.
Can't wait for that to happen. Yeah. Hey, dude.
How's the week been?
Another
Everybody survived the weekend. I mean, it was pretty epic and crazy.
We did. We cooked a brisket. We cooked some ribs. Did some beer can. How did that beer can chicken turn out?
Beer can chicken was overcooked for sure.
Overcooked. Okay.
Yeah.
Barbecue fell. Good.
Now, this is what happens when it's your birthday and you partake and celebrate in all the
Alcohol festivities.
I was trying to think of a more fancier term of alcohol, the libations.
Libations. Okay.
And you had too much of it, and then you're like, shit. Okay, yeah, we're cooking something. Damn it! But hey, Matt over here was a freaking champ.
I know he was.
Kept going and checking on the stuff and pulling stuff and all that stuff. Like, if it weren't for Matt, that stuff would probably still be on the pit right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now that beer can chicken, I don't know if I don't remember trying it, but I remember when I grabbed it to pick it up, my thumb just touched the chicken breast and it just immediately squirted like juice everywhere.
Yes.
So the thing was like super juicy.
Dude, I think if we maybe pulled that off maybe 30 minutes prior to that, it would have been probably one of the best like chickens that we ever cooked. And we didn't even brine it. It's just straight up beer can chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went to go pick it up and just thumb in the breast and just squirted all over it.
Right. That's just like hot lava. You're like, get off of me.
Second degree
I want to
burns.
eat you.
And there was probably only about like 2 ounces of liquid left in that can, and it was just like it just looked like chicken juice.
Yeah,
like,
that's all it is.
It didn't look like beer anymore, and so that had like completely evaporated.
Should have just
that
took
chicken.
a shot of it.
Yeah.
Dude, I probably would have been really good.
Yeah.
Man, I used to love doing beer can chickens, and to be honest, I think I got better at doing those. I cooked so many when we first started, like smoking, and like it's one of the go-to things.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say, we grew up just cooking beer can
I know.
chickens. That's the only way we cook chicken.
yeah, it's like, who wants to do a whole chicken? Yeah, give me a beer can. You're like, you can do it other ways. No, you can't. Give me a beer can. I only know one way, right? And we got fancy with we would put spices, we would put vegetables and green onions and everything coming out of the can, and then basically you're just. That stuff's just steaming inside, so...
Yeah, you definitely have to put seasoning and lemon juice, lime juice, whatever you want to put in there inside that can. So you only put half of beer.
Yeah.
The rest is any liquid you want to put in there,
Or
seasonings.
like half or like maybe three-quarters. Three
Yeah.
quarters of beer, yeah.
And so as that heats up, it creates that steam, and the chicken starts cooking from the inside out. Plus you have the convection, or if you're whatever you're cooking on, but you have the outside temperature cooking from the outside in.
Yep.
So I've cooked chickens in an hour, whole chickens, just doing it by beer can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably when that thing should have been pulled was an hour. But I think we went like at least an hour and a half. Or
Probably.
Does it slow down the cook process? I've only ever done one. I don't remember how it came out. I think it tasted good, but
I don't think it slows it down. I think it depends on what temperature you're running. If you're running... a 275. If you're running hotter than that, you're definitely going to cook it faster.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of the Vortex on the Weber, and dude, that thing was like. Do you remember like just even we ran that flame over it, just kissed the skin with it?
it pretty much squirted like
That damn thing shot out like 15 feet. I was like, holy crap, our chicken's drying out. But yeah.
They used to sell kits before, and this is how much this has have grown over the years. We just always use beer cans, and people out there that are doing it, that's what they use as well. But you can go to your hardware store, you can go to your Walmart,
Lowe's,
and
whatever.
they sell this little rack that you can sit there and stuff it up the chicken, and it will hold the chicken. You can put a beer can in if you want it to as well.
Yeah, they have some that are ceramic or something else that you're basically pouring the beer into. You don't have to put the beer there anymore. saw that. I
There's some that has like a little stopper that you sit there and plug the neck hole up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so all that liquid and steam starts cooking,
in there.
and it stays in there and cooks it super quick.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Beer can chicken. Cool. I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, it's the way I always loved it. I always loved it just freaking seasoning the shit out of it with Tony's, garlic powder, Lowry seasoning.
Yeah. What else do you need? Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
You ever do it with different beers? Like, did the different beers actually make it taste that much different, or is it really just moisturizing?
Nah, I mean,
I think they say cheap beers. You don't want to go light beers, cheap light beers.
Nobody wants to ruin a nice
Don't put
beer.
my Rodeo Clown double IPA.
You're not going to get anything out of it.
Yeah, okay. Just regular light beer. I think they, even my mom swears by, like, marinating beef, you have to use a cheap beer.
Yeah.
It will not work with...
Like a Slits.
Yeah, a Slits. What's PBR or Pearl. You have to use these beers. It doesn't work with Miller Lite. It doesn't work with Bud Light. But, hey, I know a lot of people out there who do it.
Okay. Yeah. Not me.
No.
I'm drinking those Miller Lights and those Coors Lights. We're not...
Well, now, so John is moving, and he's getting rid of a bunch of stuff out of his house and his backyard and everything. So I've been over there mooching off of him as he tries to find people to take this crap from him.
Yep, we've noticed.
Yep, so he has this, he was getting rid of, it's like brand new, but it's a big outdoor, like, open-top fire pit that came with a nice big grill on it. And it's also got like an arm attachment, so you can have like a smaller, higher
It's
grill.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, and it's also got a hook on it. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, what can I like hang off of this thing and cook? Because I've never just hung something like that and cooked
hang
before.
some chicken.
That's why so I take a whole chicken, just season up like I put on the Weber, and just hang that whole thing on there and cook it.
Yeah.
Maybe hang a rack of ribs or something and cook it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the different things I want to like hang off this thing and cook now.
Man, I cannot believe I saw it in the backyard. I almost asked you, like, dude, what a nice piece of equipment there. That is so great.
I don't think he's ever used it.
He's used it.
Yeah.
We definitely we've cooked in the backyard and used it. I know he's done it plenty of times with the kids, whatever else. But it did look brand new.
Yeah.
So maybe he just takes care of it.
Yeah. Well, quick little pat on the back for John. I know he's done a lot of hard work. 70,000+ followers on TikTok.
Hey.
70K?
And it just keeps growing. And it's actually growing like pretty quickly.
Nice.
So we're doing the knife giveaway. And so if people that are listening, if you hadn't checked out the TikTok that we did, and I'm sure he's referenced it over at some of the other social media platforms, but check it out. We're giving away a Dowel Strong carving knife, slicing knife.
It's a slicing knife, yeah.
Slicing knife. That's in a Japanese style that looks like it has the Damascus steel.
It's the layered. Beautiful. It's a layered steel that's been compressed. Whatever. They're all hand sharpened. You know that. So they're all hand sharpened, and these mother truckers are sharp.
Yeah. Jan almost cut his thumb off this weekend.
Sharp. That was on the slicing knife, James. That wasn't on the fillet.
Correct. Yes.
So I cut mine on a slicing knife. I was shaving the fat off the brisket, and I just kissed my finger. I just kissed it, just touched it.
That thing's like razor sharp.
It is like razor sharp. I thought, I was like, as soon as it happened, I knew. I was like, knife down, walk inside. And before I could get all the way to where the kitchen is, I had already bled all over. And I was wearing a glove. I ripped the glove off because I just didn't want the whatever. But I had already dropped blood from the door all the way to the kitchen. That's how fast it bled. But alcohol actually makes you bleed a little bit. I had a couple of beers already, right? So let's be honest.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was bleeding more.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah,
it was my birthday,
right.
So I may have had a whiskey and Coke at 9:30 in the morning, when you're putting a brisket on. I mean, yes. Hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's cook off.
Sorry.
What would I say? It's like cook off rules, right?
That's right. It's like camping rules. When you're camping, it's okay to drink in the morning. Once you get breakfast served, go to the river, crack a beer. It's perfectly fine to do that.
If you haven't cut yourself barbecuing, you just haven't been barbecuing long enough.
Yeah. So I feel like an idiot. Whatever else.
What was weird was my dog was running around like trying to clean the floors.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And I'm trying to kick him out. Like, damn
get off the blood, brother. You don't taste like alcohol. He's like, I want alcohol. I'm thirsty, Daddy.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say he might be a cannibal, but I mean he's a dog. He
is definitely.
But he might have the taste now.
Yeah, right. The taste for blood.
Yeah.
Deadliest Chihuahua.
I'm staring at him. It's like, why is he looking at me weird?
You wake up, he's standing over top of you, just drooling.
He's all like, you ever see that Stephen King's movie with the cat? Was it the cat that would sit
Pet
there?
Cemetery?
No. This is one where they would crawl up on you. And it might not have been Stephen King. Let me think about it a little bit.
But it takes your breath?
Yeah, the cat would crawl up on you.
That's old wives' tale, James.
Get right in your mouth and start sucking your like life force or soul out or whatever it is. I can just imagine that's going to be Toby. Like, I'm going to wake up one morning and he's going to be sitting right above me.
So cats around babies, I think that's a thing too, because like they'll jump in the crib with a baby and they'll like, things like, oh, the cat's sucking life force. Well, no, the cat just found something warm to nuzzle up against and then suffocated it, right? Which is horrible.
Very horrible.
Your little pet killed your kid. That's why we had like a no pet policy, no cat policy when the kids were born. Sorry, not happening.
Talking about no cat policy, did you guys see this over the last couple of days? The Bengal tiger that was on the loose.
Dude,
yeah,
everybody's
what the
it's this story is national. It's been on like Jimmy Kimmel, all the Jimmys. They all have late night shows now.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's weird about this, if you look at it, first of all, there was showing there was a Texas Ranger that had pulled up.
Yep.
Right, and I'm like, okay, well that's how many of those people are running around, and like all of a sudden he just happens to be in there. It's in Stafford or Sugar Land area where it happened.
It wasn't the same guy that pulled you over when you were in high school, was it?
Maybe, James.
Maybe.
Whatever. He didn't pull a trigger. He kept his pointed a gun at it, and the cat just kept running around like he didn't know.
Dude kept his cool. He was like,
yeah, the cat didn't attack him, so he's like, well, I'm not going to shoot you. Which mad props. And then the other guy that shows up, right, takes the cat into the house or something. Because you see the cat
grabs it by the leash, or grabs it by the collar,
takes the cat inside, and then all of a sudden puts it in a Jeep and drives off.
Yeah.
So they end up catching this dude. This dude's wanted for murder.
Yeah, no, he's wanted. He's like escaped felon or
yeah, and he had 2 monkeys in his house too. Did you tell him that?
What the hell? I did not hear
this. Yes, the guy had 2 monkeys in his house, and they're like, "Well, that's legal. You can do that." I'm like, Jesus, chimp inside the house, rip your face off, and you got a lion or a Bengal tiger, which they're all friends.
Right.
Was this a Kuna Matata?
Evil Ace Ventura?
Yes. Is this the Jungle Book? What is happening?
I'm not really sure what's happening in Houston, but this is bizarre world here.
It's Texas.
Can you imagine walking outside of your garage and just coming in contact with a freaking Bengal tiger?
I would turn around and go back in. I would go back inside.
I would have clawed through the back door to get back inside. But coming out with a pistol.
Don't show your back. No eye contact.
Right.
Back up slowly.
Right. So Matt knows all the rules. I forget all the rules.
I mean,
slowly push your friend in the way as you back up.
Right. Yeah, what did they say? You don't have to be the fastest.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to be faster than the slowest person.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, James. You tripped.
I'm just going to keep a giant ball of string and tied to a stick, just in case this happens. Jeez Louise. And another thing, this past week has been kind of weird, and here in the last day or two, the whole hack on that pipeline. Have you guys been following this?
No, I haven't heard that one.
So there is a major hack on our southern pipeline that has to deal with the flow of gasoline, and it affects from Texas all the way up to New York. And it's that freaking dark shadows ransomware shit that somebody clicked on a link. They weren't supposed to click on a link and downloaded something, and next thing you know, their system got locked out. Well, they got control of it. So now they have locked these people. I can't remember the pipeline name, or I'd drop it, but they locked them out. So now you're having a shortage of gasoline.
Natural gas or gasoline?
Gasoline pumps. I don't know.
You've got to be shitting.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I've seen it all over social media. There's lines popping up everywhere on the gas stations, not able to get gas.
Some dude sitting at a computer was like,
Russia.
Hey, got myself a link here. Let me click on that. Hey, no, it said they have a... it's my buddies that grabbing the brisket. Look, no, yeah, that's what it is.
Strong.
That's why I brought it up. I'll get to it, but he's like, this is a very important message. Please click on this link.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Russian all at the same time.
It came from my company email or company whatever. It
says it's
very
very
legit.
It said it's very, very important. Please read.
There's a lot of red font.
Right.
Yeah.
Click here. Then there's an arrow there.
Right.
Like, geez, man.
So very unfortunate. Gas prices already jumped up.
I'm sure. Hey, no. Hey, this is a ploy.
No, I went Monday to get gas, and I stopped at this Chevron.
Yeah.
Heading to work. Pulled in, put the car in the pump. Boom, boom. Sat there for a minute, and it was like, error. Pump offline. Pump back online.
Maybe the Russians have hacked
Error. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I look over, and the dude next to me, it's happening to him. I'm like, Then I go inside because I need to get something to drink, and it said, we only take debit cards, debit or credit.
Not no today. Cash. Sorry.
Yeah.
You ain't getting that information.
So I'm like, it's weird, but I was on E. I was like, fuck, I need gas, but I got to get to work. So I got to work, and anyways, I found gas, and it seems like here in Houston, it's not really that much of a big deal. So, but I think it's going to be a big deal at certain.
Yeah, it's funny because they make it about 15 miles away from here.
Correct. Corpus, they got a shit ton of like freaking gas stations that are just out of gas or only have premium.
Yeah, this is the things like, okay, this is what this is. Building material and everything's gone up, right? With construction, like a 2x4 costs you like $80 now or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous, right? It's like $60,000 more to build a house in it today than it was, I don't know, 5 months ago or 6 months ago or whatever, right? And the gas companies are like Exxon and Shell and all these British Petroleum, right? All these companies are like, how are we going to let these construction mother truckers, who is it, Georgia Pacific and all these other companies, hey, get over on us with construction? I don't think so. I see you and I raise you one. Lock that thing out.
Yeah, the oil and gas companies look at the plywood companies like, how do we get in on that?
Yeah. Lock it out.
They're hacking themselves.
High gas prices for everyone. Hey, don't put it past them, man. I'm telling you.
Well, speaking of hacking, so apparently we've became enough famous.
That's right.
That people are now doing like, what do you call them, Matt? They're doing like spoof accounts or they're doing copy accounts of Grabbing the Brisket, and they're sending out phishing links to people. And we're getting messages. We went live earlier, and we got a ton of just like, hey, did I win something for you guys? I'm like, do not click on any links. We are not sending you guys any links. I mean,
that's how they get onto that damn pipeline, that gas pipipeline.
It's
some dude, Grabbing the Brisket fan got a TikTok link.
I thought I won the Dalstrong knife.
Right.
No, you sure?
Look, hey, John's not sending out links. We'll send you a direct message, but we're not sending out links. But that's crazy that's all it takes. I mean, I see plenty of videos. It's got a really quick. We'll jump. There's a guy that goes out there and he acts like an old lady, and he messes with these scammers.
Oh, I've seen that guy. I love that guy.
Freaking hilarious, dude.
He talking about doing the Lord's work, man. Scamming scammers.
Scammers, dude. And he gets these people so pissed off. And
he got one. Did he get one to send him money?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast. That's when you know you're good.
Yeah.
You get somebody, get the scammer to send you some money.
Correct, yeah. And they do this little scam, really briefly. They do this scam to where they send you a message saying that they've won something, or it's Amazon that you've been billed too much.
That's a scam right there. Don't fall for that one.
And so they'll get you, and they'll get you to get a hold of your computer. And so you log into your bank account.
Yeah.
And so what they'll do is say, hey, I'll log off. You log in. I'm not watching or whatever. Well, they are. Mm-hmm. But what they're doing is they're copying and mirroring some of these images, and they're recreating. What they can't do is go in there and manipulate the account, because that's going to be a federal, some crazy lawsuit, whatever it is.
They're crossing the line.
Correct. So what they do is okay, They make screenshots. They make screen captures, and they make it look like you're looking at your webpage, and it's like, okay, so you see this right here. We actually sent you $75,000. That's my error. You're supposed to get a credit for like $75. That's my error. I'm going to lose my job. And so they're freaking out, these old people. And it was like, what I need you to do is, and I exaggerate on the dollar totals, but there are some that have been high. I need you to get a hold of your thing. I need you to go out and get the money and send it to me. You already have it, but to go ahead and get the money orders or credit card or gift cards or whatever, and then you write it in here and send it to me or whatever. But what they're doing is they're basically like, I think they transfer savings. They show a transfer, but it's actually transferring money from your savings to your checking. Mm-hmm. So they're actually stealing the money. But these people to see it transfer, like, oh shit, I see it right there.
Yeah. Look, man, they're just good.
Crazy.
Just
so,
good.
Hey, don't click on any links.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of flattered. We got people copying us. That means we've made it. We did it.
Kind of.
We're going up there.
Shit.
Got to get that damn blue check next to us now.
My dumb ass is going to be clicking on links. I'm like, no, it's fine.
Did I win something? Did I win the knife?
Hey, John, you sent me a message?
Right. Well, so I told you all the other day, Saturday, I believe, that I got an email. Right? Did I tell you that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I got an email on my work email from another guy talking about grabbing the brisket. And I was like, how is this possible? Right? This is so weird.
Yeah.
So apparently I had made a comment about our company our parent company that I work for, right? API. And so there's like, I don't know, 15,000 employees or 20,000 employees that we have. There's a lot of employees, right? So this gentleman, William Gibbs, wrote me an email. How cool is that?
That's like a customer, like a vendor.
No, he is.
Part of the company?
He works for a sister company.
Oh, that's awesome.
He looked up my name because you can look up anybody's name and it tells you who they work for and whatever else. So wrote me a message. Hey, heard you on the podcast. You mentioned API Group. Thought I would look you up and see what company you work for. I like listening to y'all's podcast. Keep up the good work. And then he goes on, how long have I been working at VFP? He's been in his company for 27 years.
Dude, that's awesome.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's cool.
So, man, big shout out to this guy for listening. I was going to email him back, and I meant to do it today.
William Gibbs.
Yeah.
William Gibbs, not related to Barry Gibbs.
No. And
wasn't there a brother named William too? No, I'm just kidding. Making jokes, guys. The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. I know the Bee Gees. I was going to keep letting you go with this one if you wanted to. But no. Hey, very cool. And I was going, like I said, I was going to email him back. I meant to today. I was out of the office yesterday, so I just didn't make it in yesterday. But today I was there, and but yeah, I'll email him tomorrow and like whatever else. But he doesn't know because he won't know that we actually put him on the podcast. So I'm gonna let him know tomorrow, like, hey, you were on the podcast last night.
Yeah.
So
it'll be out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. So how cool is that?
That's awesome. So before we get into, we're gonna go deep dive discussion into Memphis in May. That's like right around the corner. We already teased that a little bit. I'll get into it in a minute. But before we get into that, let's get into the beer review. Let's get into the grab 'em the brisket.
Beer review. That's it.
Love it.
That's it.
What do we got here today, guys?
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
That's right, guys. Foster's. Hey, this is
Australian for beer.
Right.
That's
exactly what they say.
Except this one says brewed in the USA right at the top.
Right. Founded in Australia, and then right next to that it says brewed in the USA. It's actually brewed in Fort Worth, Texas. So not just USA. It's brewed in Texas.
Well, in Australia, they searched the world to find another brewery to produce their fine crafted beer. They're like, got to go to Texas.
Right? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I'm hearing, right?
See, what I think is that after having one sip of this, that Australia kicked them out and they just had to find somewhere else to go.
No, that's not right. This is
the
Australia's
premium beer.
famous beer
my bad.
brand. I got a buddy that did some. He was there a couple of years in Australia, working, and he's like, be nothing for him to come downstairs, like at a hotel in the morning. People be drinking Foster's
Really?
with their breakfast.
Everybody I've heard of who's from Australia,
Yeah,
nobody drinks Foster's.
I know.
It's weird.
I know.
What do they drink? Bud Light.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's a very unique can. I mean, this is like the you just feel like, oh shit.
Is it like a half pint? Is that what that is?
No, it's not a half pint.
Sorry, not half liter.
Yeah, it's 25 ounces. So what's
750 milliliters.
Okay.
yeah, it's got to be a half liter, right? So I don't know.
We're Americans.
Hey,
We don't know that metric.
The can's cool. I mean, it looks like a Foster's can, right? But I've seen them in blue.
Yeah, I had it in blue before, and it did taste worse than this.
Okay.
So
This is not in blue. This is definitely. It's got a little bit of the gold.
Green and gold.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. But they're known for having the big cans, right? That's their thing. So let's try it.
give it a swaller. I can really taste the caramel coloring in it.
The caramel color.
By the way, it's a beer that has an ingredient list on the side that says ale with caramel color.
That's right. That's weird. It says that aftertaste though is just a little.
I'm serious. I feel like I'm tasting the artificial flavor in there.
Yeah, something.
You know
right?
what I mean? Like it's something just off in it.
So it's 3/4 of a liter.
3/4 of a liter. Man. Well, I mean, I don't know what the alcohol percentage is on this, but it's got to be low. But this is like you're consuming a lot, right? It's like almost a bottle of wine in one beer. So,
I'd like to see what the stats on this thing. What is it, like 5,000 carbs for this whole
5,000.
5.5% alcohol?
okay.
Carbs 12.
12 carbs. Jesus. This blew a diet.
I'm sorry, 12.4.
No, that's what put me over.
Yeah. You know what, man? Hey, it's a little bit different. It's a little, there's something there that...
Zero fat and about 1.3 grams of protein.
Well, I like on the can how it says that made with fructose syrup. Then it says Foster's never uses high fructose.
Like they're so proud.
I'm like, what?
We just use regular fruit.
Just regular corn syrup.
Right.
That's it.
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't use high fructose corn syrup, just regular corn syrup.
Right. So,
Hey,
I don't
it's
know how
an
I feel
interesting
about it
beer. I saw it at the store, and I know everybody's seen these. I know everybody's maybe tried these at one point in time. Never tried the premium, but it's not a horrible beer. I mean,
premium's not bad. It's way better than...
Yeah, whatever
The original-
I don't know if it's regular or light or whatever it is in the blue can, but
Yeah,
that was god awful.
Yeah, this is very drinkable. It's like a very drinkable beer. It has a weird aftertaste.
To me, if you just call a beer like your best thing you can say about it is it's drinkable, that's just not a good beer.
Yeah,
it's an average
It's
beer.
like,
It's
you know-
an average beer.
But there's nothing that's like, it's not too bitter. It's not too hoppy. There's nothing too about this. There's something, you're getting a little bit of a maltiness on this, or a little bit of something on this, and when you take a drink. But then there's a weird back taste.
I'm getting like a weird sweetness, and I don't want to have sweet in my beer.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the corn syrup.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah,
Dude,
Probably.
Me and Matt had this like weird beer, Regal. Not to go on a different
man,
I've
subject.
had
I
Regal.
remember
He
that.
bought this like 6-pack of beer, and he bought it because it was on sale. It was cheap. It was like,
It was
two.
Yeah, $6 pack
$2
for $2 something. I was like,
$2.50 for a
How bad could it be for $2?
16 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, hell yeah.
That's bad.
Dude, that tasted like freaking corn syrup. We drank like half of it. I'm like, I don't know if I can finish
was
this.
bad.
It was horrible.
I never thought I would waste my money on spending less than $3 on a 6-pack, but I was like, I wish I had that like $2.34 back.
Hey, shout out to those people that has that acquired taste for it, but not here, guys. And I'll go and jump it off. I mean, this is an average beer for me. I'm not like just jumping off like, oh, this is so exciting. I'm glad I'm having this.
There's nothing about this spectacular.
5.5.
Okay. At least you didn't give it a 5.0.
No, because y'all guys give me shit every time I give a rookie score. So.
I'm going to go next, jump in front of Jan here.
Go ahead,
let you
go ahead,
finish
buddy.
it off. I'm giving this thing a 3.2.
Okay.
I look forward to not ever really drinking it again. It's not like
This is
just
way
god
better than
awful.
3.2.
It's not god awful, but it's not good.
But
It
you're
just
scoring
it tastes
us a 3.2.
artificial. It's like corn syrupy, artificial. I don't know. I really do not like this.
Yeah, I can't get into that low level. I remember scoring like some of these really shitty beers, like that. What was that Dia de la whatever that was like some type of lime
that was
whatever
bad.
beer. That's a 3.2. That's I probably should have scored that like a 0, but we're being super nice. So yeah, hey, to each your own.
Hey, I think I drank the rest of those beers.
Did you?
Those lime ones.
There might be one still in the fridge, guys.
This is not a like the more you take a drink of, the more you drink this beer, the more you're right. Is there a corn taste? Is there a sweet corn taste in this?
there's definitely corn syrup in there. Like you can taste it.
That's not good.
No.
That's not a good beer. Like you should not be doing that. Like I don't know. Like,
I mean, some brewer out there made this and is like, that's not quite right. We need to add corn syrup in here to balance this flavor out.
Hey.
Like that's not a good beer. That's just not good.
y'all ever had corn syrup?
High fructose corn. No. I'm just talking about that regular corn syrup.
No, we're not going to give them the high fructose. I don't know, man. Wait, one more try here.
I feel like I'm teasing you down closer and closer to a 3.
It's not a 3.2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3.9.
3.9.
It's 3.9. It's
I'll
almost
accept-
a 4.
I'll accept that score.
Almost a 4. It's almost a 4 score. Yeah, you can drink this beer, but once you try it, you just don't want to.
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
is.
true, yeah.
It's nothing about this is like bad tasting, really. You're just like, I feel unhealthy for drinking this beer. I feel like this is not a good beer for me to be drinking. I'm not a big fan.
I feel like I'd have a hangover if I just had a 12-ounce can. You know what I mean?
You're about to have a hangover.
Right? And I
You
don't want to
drink
finish
that.
the rest of this.
Oh, man. Okay, 3.9, 3.2. James is a 5.5. James, you have any more information you want to add to this?
No.
You're Googling over there.
I'm super sad. I mean, I was really had high expectations for this Australian.
How many did you buy?
Well, just bought the 4 of them. I'm gonna drink them, but
Jeez.
You know, I'll admit I don't know anything about Australian beers. I would love it if somebody listening would let us know an Australian beer.
I
that
know
we
we got
need
a
to
few
try
listeners that
and
are
try to
from
get our
Australia.
hands on.
Yeah.
some
Oh,
of
that'd be
it,
great.
You know what I mean?
That'd be great. Like, what are you
Yeah.
drinking there?
Because I have family there, and I know people who are like, they don't like that Foster's is associated with Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Because they just think it's crap. So I want to know the good stuff.
That's awesome.
Well, and that concludes grabbing the brisket.
Beer review.
It does.
I feel like we all have like really deep voices that we're all going in with the, what do you call it,
The crooner.
the falsetto? What's the deep vibrato bass voice?
I have no clue.
I think we're all going with that same voice,
Yeah.
and it's just not translating. We need somebody to come in with a little falsetto.
Well, we don't have John here for the high pitched stuff. So,
Okay,
yeah, that's a problem. We're losing the balance.
We are. If you hadn't already checked out our social media platforms, go out there and check it out. Go check out grabbingthebrisket.com. That'll take you to all the different places that you can click and like and subscribe and participate with us. We'd love to hear the barbecue fails. We'd love to hear the barbecue wins. We'd love for you guys to win one of these knives. And if you send us a fail, dude, and we put it on the air, you're going to get a
bottle. You get a free bottle from Sucklebusters, and it's basically sent from them directly to you. So it's not coming from us. We're not selling a half bottle of seasoning that we've all tried or anything
Yeah,
else.
Alton's not popping it open, pouring on his beer and tasting it. Yeah, it's fresh.
We're not doing that. So, but yeah, check out the website again. If you're on our website, please feel free to click the links. Remember, we're not sending you emails or sending you posts with links in there for you to take your money or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we have a whole thing. So we're always putting some recipes up. We're putting some content up, and you can it links all of our social medias there as well. So check out the swag department. We got a badass brisket shirt that was put up the other day that has the brisket logo on the front, but it's done in the Friends font and logo kind of there, right?
Yep.
And then it has the grabbing the brisket on the back, which I think they look really, really good. So check that out, and then drop us a line, man.
Yeah, love to hear from you. Let's get into talking about Memphis BBQ. I mean, it's literally right around the corner for us. I'm sure as soon as you hear this episode, it's already going to be done and gone and over with. So congratulations to the winners. Hopefully it's...
Start calling them out.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
We're a week early. It's like...
What are our picks?
Right. Let me think here. Definitely we're going to go with the Brad from the Shed. What's his last name? Ornson?
Yeah.
I'm calling that dude. That dude's going to win something, whatever it is. They always win something. Malcolm Reed, shout out to that dude. I know he's competing. I know he's probably got a few tricks up his sleeve as far as what he's doing. So I know he's going to come down with a little hardware here and there. So, hey, congrats to all the guys that are competing. We love it. We're kind of jealous a little bit. I know Jan was sitting there telling us a few minutes ago, like, I want to compete there.
I do. I think I've heard that Texas does kind of well sometimes when they travel out and do some of these other, the Jack Daniels or the Memphis BBQ or whatever else. People from Texas that have been cooking here a long time tend to do pretty good. So I'd like to put that to the test. But not saying that we're better. I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. I'll just beat you. I'm just kidding. No, we're not. And it's the love of barbecue. Love to go out and have fun. And it's always great when you win. It's still okay when you lose, right? You had a good time. You met a lot of people, the networking. So that's what it's all about. So what are how big is this cook-off, James? Do you know? How many people are competing in this thing? Or is it kind of like they do the Royale where it's open to the public to enter, but you have a championship section as well? Is that?
I'm not really sure. I didn't get that far into my research before I was interrupted with...
Sure.
Just stuff.
Yep.
Let me start from the beginning. So
Okay.
Memphis BBQ originated in. I know this is gonna hit a little home towards you, Jan, and me as well.
Yep.
It originated. The first Memphis BBQ was obviously May 1978.
Why wouldn't it? Coincidence? I think not. Why would it not be? Why would it not?
All we know is Coors Light was created at the same time, Memphis BBQ, and then Jan and James.
Hey,
what?
Barbecue and beer were created in 1978. That's what I just heard.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
So in 1978, it started with 20 teams, and it was $1,000 grand prize, like $1,000 purse prize.
Yeah.
That has grown to over 250 teams.
Ooh.
Over 550,000. Nope. Let me phrase that. Like a little over 55,000.
Okay, so 550,000. Damn.
That's like load up the wagons.
Yeah, we're going.
I can be there for this thing starts.
55 grand in cash prizes. Yeah. And it's deemed like the Super Bowl of swine. Mm-hmm. So obviously pork is like really, really big up there.
Can we watch this on ESPN The Ocho?
I wish, yeah. Hey, shout out to
That would be
ESPN.
really cool
Let's
if they
tag
could do
those
that.
guys
Right.
because we need a live stream of that. I'm sure there's going to be a live stream somewhere that we can pick up that we can sit there and take a look at because that'll be fun to look at.
Yeah, there was one cook-off that we just saw recently, James, that they did a live stream of theirs.
It's the Championship BBQ Alliance. They're
That's what it was.
To do
Yeah,
live streams
okay.
that you can check out.
Yeah.
All right, good.
I know that if you're cooking in the IBCA and you're winning, I don't know if it's so many cook-offs or get so many points, but that will give you an automatic invitation to the Memphis BBQ. So again, you don't have to. You could be in the KCBS, you could be in the IBCA, and I'm assuming it's going to be part of the champion. Am I saying that right, James? Champions BBQ Alliance.
Correct. Yes.
So that would be a part of that as well. So, yeah, that's pretty intriguing. And I don't know if we've ever been. Have you ever been invited?
We have not. We have not been invited. I don't think we've competed in any contest that the winner would be invited to Memphis BBQ.
Okay.
I think you have to.
I thought we got letters one year or something like that, right? Didn't we get something one year?
Well, it was we got a letter for the World Championship of Texas.
Okay.
to compete in that. But I think I don't know if that's invitational only or not. It may be something that you can sign up for. We'll have to do a little research and try to figure that out.
Whatever, yeah.
I know they have a shit ton of like heavy hitters and a lot of people, just like the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. That's always like maybe there's a backlog or there's a waiting list to get in there to compete, but you can win your way into it.
Okay.
My guess it's probably something similar to that.
Nice.
Is it pretty similar to like our local ones? Like, is it just brisket, ribs? You know,
so I think
are they doing like a pork shoulder because it's over there?
I think it's a KCBS ran event,
okay,
if I'm not mistaken. So, which means you're going to have the probably the chicken thighs. You're going to have probably more than just not doing the like here in ICBA that we see a lot of. We're doing a whole chicken, right? And you're turning in two halves of one whole chicken, or some of these other ones you do a half chicken and you'll do some pulled chicken in the same plate or whatever else. But yeah, so they have that. I know that I saw one where they were cooking these little bitty ribs, and man, if I'm not mistaken, it looked like these things were what do you call it? I'm losing my train of thought here.
Ribs of a chicken.
Not the not the spare rib.
Not the baby back.
A baby back.
Okay. What, the baby backs at a competition?
Yeah, I'm like, is this real? These look like baby, look like little bit small ribs. Now they could have been whatever, but they did something kind of smart. So they had the one that I watched, they did a whole barbecue pit, and they were full of just like a 5-bone rib section, right, or 6-bone rib section, but it was maybe 20 of them that they put on the pit, right? So they're like the best.
Yeah, they're cutting the ends off and just getting the good pieces in there.
Yep. So and they're cooking like that, and then one of the things was like the tear, the breakthrough, but the judges were coming to them.
Oh.
To judge, right?
I like that.
So that's a little bit different, right? You're having to give a presentation. You're having to give the whole thing, right there. So that part is really kind of cool. Plus, there's so much money that goes involved. There are areas that they're doing, the tents, the booths, right? We've seen that at Pasadena, but. And even at Pasadena, they actually come to your tent for the chef's choice.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's something that they do. But yeah, I would love to do this next year if we could get invited to go.
Right, I'm going through like the team pamphlet that everybody gets, trying to look and see what they're doing. This is a cook's
the criteria.
Yeah, it's cook's meeting. So they got. Okay, so this is a timeline for the meeting. So they got shoulder teams, whole hog teams, and rib teams. So I guess there's different teams that are only specific.
Yep.
For whatever the pork thing is. So give me a second.
So whole hog, shoulder, and what?
Rib, I think.
Rib.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Wonder if Rodney Scott's gonna be out there.
If there's a whole hog competition.
Yeah.
Unless he's open up a new restaurant or something.
Well, he'd be like, it's one of those things. Like he's already made it.
Right.
He is the king of whole hog. Why would he show up to compete?
Yeah,
it's like
he's
Killen.
Got like 50 trophies behind him. I'll let one of those other younger guys just go out there and get it.
It's like Ronnie Killen going to a steak cook-off. Hey, dude, if you lose this, you're losing a lot of credibility.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to do that, Ronnie. Which, by the way, that's why he wouldn't, right? I mean, that dude's a master chef. Like he is whatever. He should not be going to a steak cook-off.
Right.
It'd be weird. Although, if you want to do this, Ronnie, look me up. I'll do this with you, man. I'll pay the entry fees. I just want to cook with you.
That's the only thing holding back.
Right. I'll pay the entry fees, buddy. I got you.
I'll pay for the gas on the way there. I got you.
I'll buy the steaks. Okay. What you want?
So this is not like a traditional like brisket, like beef, chicken, ribs, beef, chicken, pork.
Yeah.
It's not really in that style of format. That's why they have listed as shoulders, whole hogs, and ribs. So they give you a breakdown of the prize money distribution for the 2020 contest. So the grand champion, okay, this is championship pork division. Whole hog, shoulder, and rib. Looks like, I guess, they compete with each other. Mm-hmm. It's almost kind of like the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, where they used to you can just turn in your best submission. You want to do hog, you want to do ribs, you want to do shoulder, turn in your best submission. $24,000 for grand champion.
Ooh.
First place $10,000, second place $2,000, $1,800, $1,200. It starts dropping off like significantly. So they got the Home Depot best booth. You get $2,500 for that right there. Best booth.
It'll cost
team decoration.
It'll cost you $5,000 getting that thing done.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe more.
Team shirt design. So first place is $1,000.
Okay.
Now they got the and some of the I got to go through the rules and whatever and check whatever. But so you got the Kingsford Tour of Champions. So I don't know if this is something that they've like hand selected people all throughout the United States.
Yeah.
And brought in to do a whatever. And I don't know what they're competing against or what they're cooking on or what they're cooking, but
yeah,
first place $1,500. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jess Prowls was a part of something maybe a while back with Kingsford.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Maybe. They do have the anything but, so it's beef, poultry, seafood, exotic, and turkey. First place $1,500. They got the Cattleman's best sauce, so they looks like they do have some type of sauce competition. So they got tomato, mustard, and vinegar. And then you got the Frank's Red Hot Wings. So they got a wing competition, $2,500 for first place.
I guess if it's
There's
that
no
big.
brisket?
Yeah,
That's under the anything but category.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. But it's like, I guess if it's that big of a competition, you might as well just have like all the categories. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like,
Hot wings,
what it's telling me is,
sauce, three different kinds of
it's
sauce.
all about pork.
Yeah,
Yes,
so it
it's-
sounds like.
If you want to be successful, you want to win this thing, you have to really bring your shit as far as the whole hog or the butt or the ribs.
okay. Nice.
I don't even know how you judge that, dude. Like 250 ribs.
I know how to get.
Or how you judge a
Well,
whole
the rib,
hog pieces
the rib
against
against
ribs.
the rib.
Well, eventually, it's all three of those meats are going to come down facing each other. Who's going to take first?
So rib category, best of that, whatever else, and then all of a sudden, all three categories come together, final table, and whoever gets best gets best. Maybe.
Whole hog, shoulder, and rib are on the same category.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Let's just go and cook a brisket anyway.
Yeah,
You know what? Here you go.
Just turn a brisket in. You're like, we shaped it into a rib. Go ahead. What you think? Nah, it's
I got to do a little more reading into it and to figure out all the ins and outs and whatever. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that know a little bit more about it than we do, but
without a doubt,
it's very interesting shit.
I've never cooked a whole hog. I wouldn't. I mean, I know the premise. I think I know how to go about it. I don't. The execution, as far as getting all the those muscles and everything else completed and having them just be perfect, I don't think I could do it.
It takes a lot
without having somebody going, "Hey, that's done.
Right.
Hey, this is whatever."
It's knowing all the different
right
cuts of meat and what temperatures they're supposed to be finished at. I mean, just from watching the TV shows and speaking with Rodney Scott when we had him on, and watching his series on Netflix, like teaching them, I think he was teaching his son on where to put the coals because you needed to fire up the shoulders.
Right.
But not necessarily the torso of it. Mm-hmm. Where you have the spine, then you have the ribs and stuff like that. You have your money muscle, your not money muscle, but you have your money meats as far as the pork tenderloin. Mm-hmm. Those you can't cook to 180 because they're just going to be way overcooked, and tough, and dried out. So, hey, kudos to those guys. I mean, it's one of those. It's an art form. It's like people in Texas. We've grown up generations of learning how to cook brisket and learning how to do beef. Not so much pork. Over there, they spent generations learning how to cook pork. So, I mean, it's just.
Can you imagine if we tried to cook a whole side of beef? Whew, that'd be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. You
need
need
a
a
lot
big ass
bigger
cooker.
Yeah.
maybe do like a. Well, that'd be kind of weird. I don't want to say it out loud. I was like a calf or something, but it's like
Barbecue veal.
Yeah, barbecue veal. And you're like, I mean, he's got a small brisket on it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
That's
weird.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's super fucked up. That's whatever. Hey, you eat veal, I eat veal. Come on,
No,
it ain't that messed up.
I do.
So that's great. Hey, really enjoyed the time talking barbecue with you guys.
Yeah.
Please go out there and check out the website. Check out our TikTok. Check out our social media. Let us know if you have any questions. I don't have any barbecue fails or wins today because it was kind of an impromptu podcast because John had to jump on a plane and he left us in charge of doing.
He did
podcast.
Well, hey, listen, we cooked some good meat this weekend, and we also burnt some stuff this weekend. How the ribs get burnt?
Ribs got burnt.
Yeah. So that's a barbecue fail. I mean, hey,
that is true.
So yeah,
you got to know your pit and its limitations. Our pit can hold probably. I say our pit. It's not the grabbing the brisket pit, but Jan's pit holds 2 briskets, a rack of ribs comfortably. That second rack just gets a little too close to the firebox, and it has a little baffle, but it's something that if the pit's loaded down, there's no way to maneuver.
If we're watching, we're rotating. We probably could have done this, but alcohol got in the way. Birthday fun got in the way. It happens.
It was still edible. Everybody still ate the shit.
No. We're not. You're not going to serve it,
right?
Everybody's like, "Oh, fall off the bone." That's the way I like it, anyways.
Right,
so that's. I love when you pick up that rack of ribs and you're like, they're overcooked, and they just buckles. You're like, oh, it's not going to be.
Yeah, I went to go cut one of them, and I was like, and I just grabbed the bone, and I just pulled up, and like, just the whole thing just ripped out. You know,
it's how you make. It's how you make your McRibs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So we had a blast. Yeah, special shout out to we had a couple of special visitors at Dusty. Thanks Dusty for dropping down and giving us a special shout out. Shout out to Hot Dog. I don't think he listens to the podcast, but
yeah, Ricky,
shout out that dude.
Ricky Davis, Melinda.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on the podcast at one point in time because he's kind of like the guy that we kind of learned how to barbecue from. I mean, Jan learned from him. I learned from Jan. A lot of secrets and a lot of tips and tricks that you can learn from that guy. So we put him to the test
without a doubt.
So. I enjoyed talking barbecue with you guys.
so solemn, right? Just so it's like, hey, I enjoy talking barbecue with you.
I always get sad towards the end.
I know. Hey,
podcast is ending.
We'll see you. We'll see you next week. We appreciate the love, support. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. Or we would like to give a special thanks to FOGO Premium Hardwood Lump Charcoal, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, Yeti Cooler, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Texas Brew Hopper. We appreciate their support. Y'all guys go check them out.